A adrenalina da mecânica.
Na voz, trazendo pra vocês aí uma live aí do evento aí que vai rolar do Assassin's Creed Black Flag. E vamos acompanhar aqui junto do Flow Game, fechou? E vamos pro React aí, vai começar o evento.
Sei lá, tá assistindo um negócio na TV, tá ouvindo um podcast, tá vendo não sei o que no celular.
Pois é.
Eu não, pelo menos eu ainda não consigo fazer isso, né? Mas eu prefiro também um jogo de cada vez.
Por que você não botou na tela, Taki? Bota na
Tá
tela,
rolando
bota na tela.
musiquinha.
É isso que eu ia falar.
Eu
Começou
quero,
alguma
ô,
coisa,
Ubisoft,
não?
eu quero esse cinematic aí.
Estão cantando aí.
Aí
É
tá-
a N?
Eu acho que é a N. A N Ruivinha.
Tá cantando aí 1 minuto before we set sail. Vamos ver.
Mas eu vou falar um negócio. Tem um negócio que eu gostei do Skull and Bones, que era justamente aquela música, tema, que eles faziam nas apresentações ao vivo. É que eu vi isso em 2023? Não lembro agora quando foi a apresentação, que eles levaram os cantores pro palco. Já começou?
Era produçãozinha.
Então, cinematic. A história in cinematic game.
Ah, é. Perguntaram aqui quanto acho que vai ser o valor do Black Flag. Esse é um ponto também, tá? Vamos ver quanto eles vão cobrar.
At it again, Kenway.
I
I thought
thought
you'd be done chasing fairy stories.
Olha aí, ó. O homem.
Not yet.
Eita, cara, aqui, ó.
Foda. tem legenda, Takeshi? Dá uma olhada aí.
Essa bandeira aí, ó. É os pirata, porra. É isso, família. Quero saber quem vai lançar aí. Eu sou pirata, porra, no chat.
Resynced. Caralho, a música é muito foda, puta merda. Caraca, tá... Lembrando, esse jogo era de Play 3, né, gente? Era Play 3, aí teve um remaster pro
We
Play
fly
4.
no colors out here,
Aí,
but praise the
tá muito
lion.
lindo, tá louco.
So let the black flag signal nothing but your allegiance to man's natural freedoms. If a man plays the fool, then it's only fools he'll persuade, but appear to be the devil.
Barba Negra, foda.
And all men will submit.
Dá pra dar medo nos outros.
We're pirates, kid. We take as we please and become who we like.
But that look ain't you. It's not who you are.
Who am I then? You're a wonder, Kenway.
Ó, olha lá, dá.
You've a knack for this
Exploração
kind of work.
marítima. Marinha, né?
It ain't work if you love it.
É, tinha pistolinha também, né? Você
Sim.
fazia as coisas, era espada, pistola.
É, a pistola tava presa na mão dele, ali no braço.
Hey everyone. I have to say it is so good to be here. I played Edward Kenway more than a decade ago, and you know, he's one of those characters that never really leaves you. Now, over the past months, we know that you've been waiting, or we know that you've heard things. And
Porra,
today,
de você,
it's
inclusive,
finally
ele
time
mesmo.
to share with you what we've been working on. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced is a faithful remake of one of the most beloved Assassin's Creed games. It's totally rebuilt from the ground up with the latest version of the Anvil engine and enriched with lots of new additions. Resynchronization with Edward's journey and memories. The same story, the same man, but elevated to a new level of immersion and realism to bring you one of the most thrilling, swashbuckling pirate adventures. And I'm happy to say, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced will be released
9
on
de
July
julho, hein,
9th,
galera?
2026.
Agora, hein?
Today,
Daqui a
guys,
pouco.
you are getting the real
Logo depois da
deal.
Copa ali.
The
Na verdade, durante
first
a Copa.
ever look at gameplay. Everything that's been rebuilt, reimagined, and some behind-the-scenes stories. But enough of my talking, yeah? Let's just jump right in.
Jump right in. Olha lá, mix of work in
Hello,
progress
pirates.
gameplay.
Matt Ryan here, the voice of Edward Kenway. And this is Assassin's Creed Black Flag
Aí temos
Resynced.
Umas
13
piadinhas.
years after the original.
Caraca,
This
13.
remake
Aí, ó.
brings the classic
Original
game
e o
back to
Resynced.
life. Rebuilt from the ground up with the latest Anvil engine
Bem
to
importante
deliver the
aqui.
most thrilling pirate adventure. All right, let's set sail.
Dash my buttons. Your life seems a
Tá
grand
bonito
one, if
ainda.
I may say. So full of adventure.
Ah lá, ó.
Caraca, isso aí, essa visão. Porra,
Isso não tem nos
foda,
Common cara.
A rebellious
Isso é muito foda,
scoundrel
pô.
eager to make a name for himself in the pursuit of glory, freedom, and a search for a better life.
Que lindo.
Seen your face before.
Ah,
You
dinheiro
mix with them
caído.
pirates down in Nassau.
Shut your bloody gob or I'll fill it with shot, you hear me?
Edward, is it?
After crossing paths with the Assassins and Templars, Edward is drawn into their centuries-old conflict, with secret locations and legendary treasures at stake. Along the way, he joins forces with infamous pirates, such as Anne Bonny, Charles Vane, and Blackbeard.
É legal do Barba Negra que vai
With
crescendo a
them,
barba
he
dele
helps
durante o jogo, né?
establish a
Ele começa
short-lived,
menos
lawless
e tal.
republic following the pirate code and defying empires built on cruelty and greed. Together, in their search for freedom, power, and riches, they'll fight across a treacherous tropical paradise, from dangerous waters to dense jungles, untamed lands, and bustling historical cities.
Lindo.
From the grandeur of Havana, the thriving and wealthy jewel of the Caribbean ruled by Templars, to Kingston's bustling trade hub, and Nassau, the beating heart of the pirate republic. Each city offers a distinct atmosphere shaped by opportunities and conflicts. The Caribbean world reaches a new level of immersion and realism, powered by high-resolution textures, enhanced lighting, strikingly detailed environments, and a new dynamic weather system.
Ah, isso aí foi o que teve no Shadows, né? Sim. Esse sistema é
Even
muito bom.
underwater exploration is more
Cara,
expansive,
bonito demais, cara.
more
Bonito o
beautiful,
mar, né?
and more perilous than ever before. With seamless access to
Essa é
cities
linda
and
demais.
Isso aí é o
locations, the
ponto
world
forte.
feels
Tipo, o vento, tá vendo as coisas
Esse sistema eles
passando, é
tentaram
muito foda.
fazer no Shadows. Perdão, no Skull and Bones. Porém,
the perfect backdrop
era uma
for a
tela de
life on
loading.
the edge, where freedom is earned and danger is never far away. Time to draw swords, lads. The combat system has been entirely reworked into an action-oriented experience. While wielding dual swords, pistols, and hidden blades, every move now plays a specific
O combate
role
é igual,
faster,
é adaptado, não
more
é o
fluid
RPG não.
attacks,
não, tá
combos.
adaptado.
Land a perfect
Fizeram muito
parry
bem
to
adaptar
open up
isso.
your target for an instant
Pô, as
kill.
animações estão
Then
maneiríssimas.
follow
E, ó,
with up to
importante,
4
o inimigo não tá com o
chains
númerozinho na
takedowns.
cabeça.
Não tá com o númerozinho na cabeça, bem
Use
rápido.
walls, ledges, and breakables to your
Tem parry.
advantage.
Toma.
Keep track of your opponents and
Tem
use
esse
all
númerozinho,
your
né?
tools to level the playing field.
É o númerozinho mesmo. Seria o número de atirar. Ah, não, era a skill de disparar.
But fight recklessly, and you will be punished. Whether you're on the hunt or on the run, mastering your environment is key.
Movimentação maravilhosa, mano.
As you navigate through cities and jungles, you'll experience smooth and improved iconic parkour moves. From free jumps, to back ejects, and side ejects.
A Naui tá assim, né? cara?
These options offer a range of reactive movements, giving you tighter control, resulting in greater speed and deadlier assassinations. Being a pirate assassin often calls for a subtle approach. With Resynced and its enriched stealth system, you can now crouch freely as
Sistemas
part of your
de
toolkit
stealth
to approach
aprimorado.
Azar
targets.
batendo.
Maravilhoso.
Tailing and eavesdropping missions have also been revamped.
Nossa, essas eram chatas, hein?
In the original game, getting discovered meant instant desynchronization.
Lembra disso?
Uma merda mesmo.
This
Ah, eles
was a
vão
Pô,
mudar,
tem
legal.
ódio, mano.
We remember.
Que? Nós já sabemos.
Now, the action continues.
Você ficar na porrada, se te pegarem,
ué.
vambora pra porrada.
É isso aí. Isso aí é derivado do RPG, né?
Aham.
Eu gostei que o sistema de parry dele...
Eu achei interessante, tipo, parece satisfatório se acertar o parry, né?
Isso,
A coisa.
Eu ia falar isso, o sistema de parry dele tá bem interessante.
Succeed and progress in your missions.
E não tá exagerado a mostrar o que é um ataque que não é defensível, né?
This
Yeah.
wouldn't be a
Fica só
real
um vermelho.
pirate adventure without a ship.
Ah, o barco que é o mais importante. Cara,
Ó,
olha esse
lindo,
visual, cara, isso é lindo
lindo.
demais.
You named your brig after a poxy bird.
The Jackdaw.
Jackdaw.
What a beauty.
É o Gralha, isso mesmo.
Would
Porra,
set
caralho, esse
sail
cara é
and
muito lindo, tá
freely
louco.
roam the
Cara, isso aí é muito
Caribbean.
foda.
Now
Eles
equipped
tentaram fazer
E
isso
aí,
no Squamble
os Coembons era cinza, sabe? Porra, cara, mas é cinza. Esse cara, pô, esse mar azul, sol, a luz, porra. O cara é muito foda, que ele abaixava, virava assim, né, pesadão, o timão, porra. Você sentia o peso do timão na hora que ele tava virando.
Essa mecânica de combate aí, nos Squambles é bem parecida. Só que obviamente bem mais nerfado, bem mais simplista.
E aí todo mundo falando, né? Lembra de tira, os caras cantam, gritam e tal. Aí você bate no bicho, consegue invadir.
Isso aí nos Squambles não tem. Nos Squambles você parou do lado, uma tela de loading. Aí é literalmente um cinematic. Isso aí, essa parte é um cinematic.
Cinematic bem ruim, inclusive.
Bem ruim, é bem rapidinho.
Aí não, aí você tem que matar o capitão deles pra tomar o barco e tal.
Brand new officers make their entrance. Lucy Baldwin, the
cabelo.
Padre, and Deadman Smith. Each officer has a unique narrative questline that reveals
Vai
their
ter coisas novas aí.
Esses são personagens que não tinham no original.
É, eu não me lembro agora realmente se tinha, mas eu acho que é novidade.
Deadman Smith, for example, unlocks a double shot from broadside weapons.
E aí você completando as quests dele, você libera coisa pro barco, pô, maneiro. A galera tá falando que é conteúdo novo mesmo. Legal.
Legal.
Explore the Caribbean alongside your crewmates and trusty pet. That's right.
Você vai ter um
You can
gatinho?
now
Vai ter o
have
gatinho ou o
a monkey
macaco.
for the Jackdaw.
É, nos Squambles tem macaco.
Você vai escolher o gatinho, né, amor?
Vou ver o que é melhor, eu não sei qual.
Não, o gatinho.
Cara, muito foda a tempestade. Olha lá, o tornado. Ah, no mar é o quê? Ciclone? Fala? Eu não sei.
Or just soak
Vento
up
com
the
água.
sun.
Cara, você vê a quantidade de diferenças de luz de ambiente que a gente viu, né? No mesmo mar, sabe? É o pôr do sol,
Aí,
é a
Davi.
tempestade. É, porra, é muito foda, pô.
Incrível, muito lindo.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced offers a deeper, more immersive adventure that remains faithful to what players love, while enriching the experience with enhanced gameplay features and fresh quests and storylines, including ones for the officers you met earlier and, just between you and me, new narrative arcs involving our old
Vai ter
friends
história, coisas novas com o Barba
Blackbeard
Negra.
and Steed.
Legal.
Defy empires and relive the era's explosive events amidst the ancient war between assassins and Templars in the ultimate pirate fantasy. Gold, infamy, and adventure await. It's
Essa
time
mecânica
to
de...
raise the black
Nossa, essa
flag
imagem linda.
again.
São mecânicas que o Squambles tentou muito fazer.
With Black Flag Resynced, we set out to reconnect with the heart of Black Flag. From the start, the intention was clear: deliver a faithful and enriched experience grounded in what players loved. We've rebuilt the entire adventure using our latest Anvil engine. Expect fully overhauled visuals, new additions that deepen its world, and enhanced gameplay both on land and at sea.
Gente, mas já era bem
Movement
bonito.
now
Sim,
flows
é
more
incrível.
naturally from one action to the next,
Esse era o medo
whether
da
you're
gente,
doing
tá? O jogo era
parkour
muito
across
bonito
rooftops
já,
in
então.
Havana or fighting on the docks.
Não, mas o visual
Parkour
tá
builds on the
incrível.
latest
incrível,
design
tá
improvements
incrível.
from recent Assassin's Creed games, while still keeping
E a
Edward's classic.
palheta tá muito certa. Tá?
É.
Combat now offers a more dynamic, swashbuckling experience, driven by precise parries and takedowns. Stealth gets its share of improvements too, and the ability to
Tá
crouch
nervoso.
anywhere. They open up more tactical routes and subtle approaches, letting you shape the adventure the way you want. Naval gameplay also follows the same philosophy and offers more tactical options. New officers will join your crew with powerful abilities, while the Jackdaw's weapons can be upgraded with new modes to change up the fight. The sea now plays an active role in how you'll be challenged by the elements. Weather and waves will influence how your
colocar os
ship will
elementos de
handle,
navios
while preserving the
fantasma?
pace and freedom players
não sei.
remember.
Squambles tem.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced matters deeply to us and to you. That's why we took the time to rebuild it with the care it deserves.
Com
This remains a
certeza.
solo, adventure, and character-driven experience. It is not an RPG.
Obrigado.
The
Muito
focus
bem.
stays on how you play and how you explore the world. And as we develop the game, we organize dedicated workshops with our community. These early player feedbacks played an important role in refining many of these elements. Here's a look at their most recent visit.
Hello everyone, we are here at the Ubisoft Singapore studio where we invited some of our biggest Assassin's Creed fans to discover the remake of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. They've had the opportunity to meet the devs, try the game, and share their valuable feedback with us. Here's what they had to say.
Legal.
I still can't believe that I can help the dev team to make the game better and improve it when it finally arrives.
I'm part of that process, and Black Flag is my favorite game, so to be a part of that process is just awesome.
It felt nice to be appreciated in that way, to give direct input about the game.
The feedback with the dev team, they were very open as a dev team to take the criticism, what needs to be fixed, what's great. They even asked us more questions about it. So I love the curiosity that they show us, and it shows that they truly care about what they do.
I'm just really excited to be back, like with the addition of new audio lines, the new dialogue, and the new music.
I'm super excited to actually help improve the staff experience for the game.
I care about this game, this remake. When I heard rumors about this game, I just wanted to be involved in giving as much effective feedback as possible.
Por isso que eles enfatizaram o negócio de a gente sabe que vocês
Some
não
of this
gostam
work
da
came
missão.
directly from spending time with some of our core players early on.
Muito importante.
We had them play early builds and sat down with them to gather their honest feedback on the game, tapping into the many things players expect of a Black Flag remake, from gameplay features to visual fidelity. This helped us refine some of our choices along the way. What was interesting was not only to gather that feedback, but to understand why players reacted this way. They were incredibly passionate about Edward, how he moves, how he reads on screen, even the details on his face. That led to deeper conversations. Together, we explored different approaches, tested ideas, challenged assumptions, and refined choices until the intent felt right again. The team's passion and commitment have driven every step of this journey, and we can't wait for you to see more of what we've been crafting.
Oh, it really is so good to be back in this world. I believe that Black Flag is one of those pirate adventures that never really left the players' minds. And it's also really special to be here today with some of the people who helped shape the game back then and who are bringing it back now. Jean, you were creative director on the original Black Flag, and Paul, you're the creative director on Resynced, who's leading the vision of this remake today. Now, before we dive into what the game is now, I'd love to go back for a moment. So when you started building Black Flag back in early 2012? 2012. How was the world imagined in the first place? I mean, what were the pillars that were there from day one?
Well, from the very beginning, one of the key central core pillar was fluidity, right? We really wanted a seamless experience, connecting movement, combat, and navigation, all very naturally. And it was the same seamlessness that we were looking for between naval experience and the ground experience, because the other challenges we were facing was to merge actually two fantasies, being a pirate on one side and being an assassin on the other, without any friction. And the sea wasn't just an add-on, to the ground experience. Naval gameplay was really a core pillar from day one. We also wanted a world that feels alive, right? Something that would react to the players, always in motion. And it was very compelling to me to see other people like Paul and his team actually to face the same challenges that we did face back in the days. And I think what helped them craft the game was that a lot of people involved in Resynced today were already part of the game, the original back then.
Paul, so you were already a part of the team back then, right? So, when you come back to a project all these years later, what stayed non-negotiable from the original vision, apart from the fact that, I'm Kenway?
So, Matt, the one thing that was non-negotiable is the original story of Edward Kenway. We have never approached Resynced as a reinvention. Our goal is to carry John's vision forward. And today, we have much more room to do so since the game is engineered and rebuilt on Ubisoft's latest Anvil. It allows us to push dynamism, gameplay, immersion further, while keeping the original vision and story intact.
Yeah, Jean, and you mentioned before how collaborative the original game was, and can you talk about that, especially with Singapore?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a absolutely team effort back in the time. And I remember actually in 2012, when we first came here in Singapore, meeting Paul and the team to do what we call the blueprint, this week of hard work where the game really emerged from the preparatory work. And Montreal worked very closely with Singapore. Singapore built key parts of Black Flag. The naval gameplay was built on top of the Assassin's Creed 3 naval tech that was developed, in some specific missions. But you were also behind a lot of places, locations, and gameplays, like caves, underwater gameplay, forts, ships, and some major missions like the E3 demo that you worked on.
Right. Right. So there seems to be like a real sense of continuity here, not just in the game, but in the people making it. One thing that really shaped Black Flag for me was how dynamic the scenes felt coming back to it for Resynced and shooting the mocap scenes in Toronto. The scenes just felt so dynamic, like the original game. And Jean, what was the intention back then, when it came to all the cinematics?
So from the start, and it was a lot of discussion with Kama, the animation director back then, we really wanted the scenes to feel alive. We wanted characters moving, interrupting each other, exchanging objects, and reacting physically. And that sense of movement was really part of the game's identity, I feel.
Right. And when you rebuild a game like this, I guess that becomes a huge challenge, right, Paul? And how did you keep the spirit whilst trying to push it further with all of today's amazing technology?
Well, there are many ways, but to carry on the spirit of Black Flag, we always remembered one thing: to rebuild the game with the original pillars in mind, John's pillars and the original core team's pillars. But the most important thing was the story. Every single small moment in the game had to be rebuilt and crafted. And it took a lot of handcrafting, especially the facial animations. But that's important because that's the soul of the game.
Só que sem ter problemas. Mas pelo menos as cutscenes aí que a gente tá vendo tá decente, né? Não é nenhuma maravilha, mas tá decente.
Não, mas em comparação a todos os outros Assassin's Creed, até hoje esse aí tá sendo o melhor até agora. Pelo menos a cutscene tá excelente.
And when you add new things to a game that people really know off by heart and they know it so well, the fear is always that the people might notice the seams, right? Jean, when you played it, what did you feel?
Well, actually, I felt like playing Black Flag, and not even noticing where the original end was ending and when the new content that Paul and the team wrote was starting. And this is something really, really important. That continuity is very much essential.
Jean, whenever we wanted to change or add something, we would always question ourselves, does this belong here? Would Edward do this? Would John get upset? And if the answer wasn't clear, we simply wouldn't do it. However, as we all know, no remake is complete without additional content. So we have added brand new chapters and brand new missions to the game, including a brand new scene with Edward's wife, Caroline, that's written by Darby himself.
Yeah, I remember.
Já saiu a pré-venda já.
Jean, so
já saiu a
there's
pré-venda?
something, I don't know, there's something deeper in Black Flag than just like pirate freedom, and it's closely tied to the character of Edward.
Yes, absolutely. We really wanted to send a message also saying that freedom without structure doesn't lead you anywhere, right? And Edward's arc reflects that. He thinks everything will be granted, that's the good life, plundering, etc. But then in the end, you realize that you lost all your friends.
Yeah.
Right? And so this is very important because he grows into someone that understands his own responsibilities and that makes him, like you said, very human.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I really leaned into coming back to the character after, more than a decade. It's the same Edward, but there seemed to be for me personally, from the scenes that were written kind of, as I said, more dynamism, but also there's a certain kind of weight to Edward's journey, I guess that with Black Flag Resynced, there are some really kind of important decisions to make, right, Paul? And how did you approach those?
So, Matt, with Resynced, we made a clear choice. It is a pure story-driven adventure, and we are fully focused on
nada de
Edward's
multiplayer.
adventures in the Caribbean.
Muito obrigado.
As a result of this focus, we have elected to not have the multiplayer and not have the DLC.
Então não vai ter DLC também.
Que bom.
Não, a DLC podia estar junto, né?
Porque
tinha.
Não, mas isso vai ser... Todo o conteúdo do jogo, incluindo a DLC, vai estar agora? Ou ele
Não,
falou que
não vai ter a DLC, pelo que ele disse.
Então, não bom.
Não sei. Agora, nesse lançamento, não vai ter a DLC. Nada impede, de repente, dependendo de como o jogo performar, que eles não façam depois, não sei.
Role in Black Flag when it was released. And so can you explain how it fit the franchise back then?
So, back then in 2013, the present day reflected where the franchise was at. It was a transition moment, especially with Desmond's story and what it meant at the time. But now with Resynced, I think there were some changes were needed.
That's right. Today, the modern day has evolved. For Black Flag Resynced, we have approached it in a way that focuses on Edward's journey while still connecting his memories to the Animus. The modern day risks in Black Flag Resynced feature new moments that focus on Edward's internal struggles.
There's also something about Black
vão mexer em alguma coisa fora do ânimo dessa vez. Vamos ver.
I don't know. People still crave what the game brought. You
know what? I think it's because it's a game full of light.
Yeah.
Yes, there is danger
Parece que no
and
jogo
violence,
original
but
tem o lance do Animus, né? Do Desmond, só que agora eles decidiram focar mais no Edward
movement. It's very generous in the sense, and that sense of escapism has always been part of the game. And I feel it's very relevant in 2026.
Yeah, totally. And the other thing that the people I feel never forget, and certainly I never had, is the music.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's the music. Especially the sea shanties. The sea shanties in particular have always been part of Black Flag's identity. For Resynced, we have kept the shanties that everybody loves, but we have also added new shanties. They are connected to the story.
Essa é muito foda. Dava a sensação de imersão com esse negócio, o barulho do mar, do vento, o marinheiro cantando, tudo isso.
Tentaram fazer isso nos combos, né?
To the Assassin's Creed franchise. And this artist has a special place in my heart because of his work on Assassin's Creed Revelations. Woodkid.
Cool.
Que é o mesmo Death Stranding, né?
Hey everyone,
e que ele esteve no Assassin's Creed no passado.
I'm in my studio in Paris
ele é prepper. Ele é prepper do
I'm back in the Assassin's Creed franchise. This time for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. The world of Assassin's Creed has been very important for me and very linked to my career. It started like 15 years ago or something. And this time, I'm very excited about what we've done. I know that Assassin's Creed Black Flag is a game that's very important to all of you. It's a game about escapism, about rebellion, about exploration, and these are themes that are very, very important for my work. I've explored these themes a lot in my music. So I won't say too much, but I can't wait for you to hear what I've done for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced.
Having him return to the franchise, especially for Black Flag Resynced, means a lot to the team. We've been working on a newly reimagined track specifically for Black Flag Resynced, and we can't wait for you guys to hear it.
Yeah, right. And, music is just one of those things that the people remember long after they stop playing. I mean, I did. The sea shanties, I still play in my car now from time to time, and this game means a lot to you, and we know that.
Yeah, absolutely. This game means a lot to me, and I'm not saying that just because you guys are here. Just working on a game takes me back to 2012, and we all want the game to be the best it can be, and we really hope that you guys will enjoy playing it.
Yeah, so you entered the Animus for real.
That's right.
In 2012, yeah.
I mean, what a great thing, right? To come back to something, more than a decade after, and get to revisit and rebuild and reimagine this wonderful world. It's just been such a pleasure for me, and I thank you guys for bringing me back. Before we wrap this up, I've got a little surprise for you. All right, this is something pretty awesome. I saw it today for the first time, and I love it. So here we have an Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced Collector's Edition. It's so awesome, and inside is a really stunningly well-crafted figurine of Edward Kenway.
Foi essa que vazou mesmo. Exatamente isso que vazou.
Vazaram a real.
And he looks really cool, and it's crafted really well. And inside there's a notebook with all of Kenway's diary entries and journeys about all of his adventures, and there's also a brooch and a cloth map, and then some goodies in there for everyone. So this one is really cool. It's the first time I've seen it today, and If you guys like it, then you're gonna have to get your own because this one's mine.
You deserve it.
Thank you. No,
You're
but-
welcome to take it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Pode
Thank
ler,
you.
mano.
We can't wait for you to live or relive this thrilling pirate adventure with Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced that will launch on July 9th, 2026.
9 de julho.
I just want to say thank you for all being with us today, and we cannot wait
tempo que a gente
for you to
imaginou que ia ser, né?
experience it
30 minutinhos.
yourselves. Cheers.
Deu 30 minutos?
Aí, o Takeshi, pode abrir aí a página da Steam?
Vamos dar uma olhada nisso.
Porque já tem página da Steam, já tem PSN e já tem...
Pré-venda liberada.
Olha
lá,
a pré-venda
jogue um dia
liberada.
antes no Ubisoft Plus.
Vai ter no Ubisoft Plus, você vai poder utilizar o serviço do Ubisoft, se você quiser. E assim, galera, 13 anos depois a gente vai ter de volta aí, e tá R$299, não é isso? Desce aí um pouquinho. E tem a versão Deluxe aí, 349.
Roupinha ali embaixo, bom
Então
de
tá,
reserva.
eles estão fazendo $60, né? Eles não estão fazendo full price o Black Flag. E aí, bom, nada diferente do que a gente imaginaria que fosse o preço dele, né?
Infelizmente é o preço dos jogos hoje esse, não tem
isso
pra onde
aí,
fugir,
infelizmente, né?
Infelizmente. A gente, obviamente, queria que não fosse tão caro, mas é o que tem, ó, R$299,90.
Tá o mesmo preço, né?
No
Na
PlayStation.
PSN, na Steam e no Xbox.
E aí, eu tô curiosa pra saber o que vocês acharam. Porque assim, obviamente a gente brinca da situação da Ubisoft, né? Fala assim, dá pra piorar, não dá pra piorar. Eu acho que realmente o estúdio ele tem espaço pra uma experimentação, mas eu acho que ele tem que... Sabe aquela expressão read the room? É um momento pra fazer grandes loucuras?
Não é.
Então, eles jogaram safe. Eu realmente acho que, claro, você quer
Inteligente.
experimentar isso, não sei o quê, a gente brinca, fala assim, o Far Cry Distraction e não sei o quê. Mas, cara, eu acho que o jeito que a Ubi enxergou as últimas escorregadas da bacia nela, tá servindo para ela entrar nos eixos agora. Eu acho que ela tá tratando as franquias com um pouco mais de carinho. O Assassin's Creed Shadows,
Sim.
eu gostei da maneira que eles conduziram. Esse agora parece que teve todo um empenho, eles escutando a comunidade, trazendo
legal,
tudo.
né?
Então, assim, eu não joguei o primeiro, mas eu gostei do que eu vi aqui hoje.
É claro, eu acho que assim, ó, é o que você falou. Eu não acho que a Ubisoft tem que... Eu acho que ela tem que jogar safe mesmo. E esse era um dos bagulhos mais safe que eles poderiam fazer, era o remake do Black Flag. É uma coisa que os fãs pedem, então comercialmente faz todo sentido, o retorno é quase certo, e eles não inventaram. Pegaram o jogo, deixaram ele mais bonito, trouxeram os controles modernos, adaptaram algumas coisas, tem adições novas, mas assistindo isso aqui que eles mostraram, me traz todo aquele feeling que a gente gostou muito daquela época. E como eles falharam tanto em fazer isso depois do Black Flag, eles terem conseguido, pelo menos, trazer essa sensação de volta, eu acho que é um grande acerto. Eu acho que isso aí vai dar muito certo pra quem nunca jogou. Vai ser uma experiência. Sei lá, joguei o Shadows só, sabe? Tem um monte de gente assim. Vai ver um novo Assassin's Creed com os gráficos muito similares ao do Shadows e tal, com coisa atual, só que de pirata. Vai curtir, a galera que quiser revisitar, vai ter uma possibilidade de ter isso agora.
Sim.
E com eles, né, falaram que vão ter missões novas, tem personagens,
Isso.
tem progressão.
Vão dar uma evoluída na questão, evoluíram a questão de gameplay.
O gameplay, a galera que curte muito os Assassin's Creed mais antigos, que gostava muito da gameplay antiga, parece que vai estar mais... Esse aqui, aí não sei, né, só jogando, mas pelo que a gente viu, parece mais ainda o parecido com os antigos do que foi o Mirage. Acho que tá...
A comunidade pedia muito isso, né? A questão do estilo de gameplay, que você é um assassino, então você tem que usar os elementos do assassino, que é andar nas sombras e usar elementos stealth.
300
E
pila,
eles
tropa.
sabem disso. Deu pra perceber que a Ubisoft, isso que a Thaís falou, de eles terem o cuidado de trazerem jogadores, a comunidade, pra dentro do time de
200
devs, pra
pila.
conversar com os devs e colocar um diretor do...
Olhei aqui na PSN aqui o... Olhei aqui a Black Flag aqui na PSN, tá 200 pila, 299,90. Ia faltar só 10 centavos pra completar 300. E bom, eu vendo isso, eu hypei de jogar o remake dele. Eu vou querer jogar. Só não sei se vai ser cedo ou tarde. Vamos ver mais pra frente aí, tipo, você. E essa foi a live do Assassino Black Flag. Vou abrir agora o do ID do Xbox. Creio eu que vai rolar já já. E é isso. Dê o joia aí, se inscreva, ativa o sino, comentar o positivo aí, fechou? Em breve tem um vídeo pra vocês, se Deus quiser. E vem pedindo me seguir nas minhas redes sociais, vou deixar aí na descrição aí meu Instagram, meu Twitter, meu TikTok. Que eu posto pegar o pessoal lá, pelo envio, achar por lá. Fechou? E é isso. Obrigado pela presença de todos até aqui. Valeu, falou.